Hi guys, and welcome back to the study room. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing so good. Today's video is the tips on last minute studying. You have the test in the next 2 days. You haven't been studying the content that it's been taking long for like 2 months now, 3 months, and you now have to study. You have to make sure that you memorize the info. Yeah. Please know that I'm just helping out, but I'm not condoning this. I'm not recommending this, but I'm helping out as to how you can make it to the exam with the last minute exam tips. So ideally, what you normally do and how it should be, it's studying notes, just opening the chapter and on a daily basis or frequently, if I may say, studying the content and understanding, taking notes and all that. Ideally, that's how it should be. But then in this case, you don't have time to do that. You now have to you have to start with questions, not making notes and assessing yourself, but you have to start with questions and just learn question and answer, question and answer. And how do you do that? Where do you get the material? You can have the previous question papers as at least two, have that, or if you have 1 year, but then two would actually be you can be confident with two. You learn question and answer, and then you make sure that you memorize it. After you could walk away with at least 60% of the exam content, if I mean put it that way. So after that, that is the learning, the study material one that you could use the previous question papers, and ensuring that you learn the question answer, memorizing that. Yes, that's not an ideal learning style, but then it can help you to save your grades, your marks. Yeah. Another way to do it would be to on your textbook. I believe that it should be very common that the chapters at the end of each chapter you would find the summary, or even at the back of the textbook there's a glossary, an index that is so long, and there are activities per chapter. So go to those activities. They tend to take out questions from that and they put it for exams, so you can score points on that. Make sure that you learn the concepts and refer to the bigger content. If you're not understanding, that's when you can go to the actual chapter content and try to check something. Yeah, that is learning number two. And number three, it's smart to go into YouTube, but you need to be very much confident and be much sure that the content you're studying is related to what you need to write about, because we have prescribed books and we know like what's going on the chapter, the terminologies and everything. So if you're going to go into YouTube, don't look for something that it's outside. Yeah, just it needs to be familiar and very much relevant to what you're going to write about. So when you can listen, you can read, you can see, like watching the person articulating and all that. It also makes it very much it makes it less pressurizing, if I may put it that way, because you don't have to have these books and everything trying to go through. You rather just go into YouTube, you listen while you are taking notes. You take notes, you listen, watching the person. Yeah. So that's just from my side on how you can save your grades. Take advantage of the question papers, the last page of your textbook. That is going to save you from going down. Yeah. Another thing that you should avoid doing when you study on the last minute, whether you've been studying, okay, that wasn't really applicable to me, but that's just how you can get peace of mind. Just imagine the 24 hours earlier before you could write, someone comes with a new content, like you can panic. It's natural for you to do that. So in this situation, it's very critical that you stay away from that. So don't try to you can't be engaging with like your student buddies and all that. You need to be all alone so that you can be able to concentrate on yourself, be like have that intensive session with yourself and know that this is the information that I was able to crime, this is the information that is left of me. Yes, so that's how it needs to be done. Another thing was that If someone comes to you with a new information, or you discover that there's a new information, you rather put it aside for now and focus on the bigger content that you need to cover, to make sure that those previous question papers, you are confident about them, you have memorized them, and you're still going to do it. Yeah. And there are also different styles to do it. You can start, you can start by the minute you start writing the answer and questions, you can do that. And as you write, you're not like, your mind shouldn't be far away. You should be here. You should know what you are writing, you are understanding it. And now you have to come with a second style to study the very same content. How are you gonna do it? Bye. How are you gonna do it? I'm the last person in the office, and this is crazy. It's never been like this before. But yeah, as I was saying, how are you gonna do it? The second time now, you're not gonna write it. Already you have written it most. So you take your highlighter, you highlight everything. It's more like you are taking in the information for the second time. For the third time now you are highlighting with the ruler, like now underlining, actually not highlighting, underlining. So you have used plus minus 4 styles to study one content, yeah, information, something like that. So it keeps on getting into you, and you being able to memorize it. And then maybe the last stage, it could be you standing up, presenting, and now assessing yourself if you have done it. Yeah. And that is just it from my side. I know that ideally we would like to go to the table of contents, understand this and that, but then if you're in this kind of situation, you wouldn't have time to do that. All you have to do is to save your skin. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much. I hope this was helpful.